Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of my series on the DeathCraft server. My name is Brink. Let me show you a couple of things that I've done off camera. I planted these trees because they're very colorful and I just wanted to add some life to the outside of this because it was plain green. So here we have sorting wood, some thyme wood I believe, yes, thyme wood. I think this is sorting wood also, yeah. And then these are regular oak, but they had the nice color, so that was cool. And then transwood, silverwood, redwood bark, fusewood, ghostwood, and redwood wood. This is magic wood. So, yeah, I just planted them randomly. I saw the leaf colors and I knocked down the trees from all around and then brought them over here. I like the blues. I planted some cyans over here. And I've planted also some rubber trees here for the rubber tree farm. I've added a silver upgrade to get this radius, and I did need it. I did use this much. I mean, as it was harvesting, it would get used right away for a special project that I did off camera, and I'll show you that in a moment. But I also planted this. It's a twilight oak wood, I believe. Yeah, twilight oak wood. That's the name of it. And it comes naturally spawned with a hollow interior. And people usually use it to build bases inside and tree houses. I don't know if I'll be doing anything with it, but I'll think of something and plant something inside of it. If you have any ideas, let me know. I also put some cicadas outside because during the nighttime they light up and the tree from a distance looks very nice, brightly lit. So let's get back. We have a lot of things to do, and I'm planning to work with Ender IO today. And you'll notice that these trees look a little similar to this one, except that it's a little bit more scraggly on top, but it does have that shape, which is nice. Here we have some magical crops, and these are the diamond type, and it took a long time to make one, and sometimes they drop an extra seed, so I was able to plant more as I went on. Now when you harvest them, you gotta plant the seed right away because I don't have any water around. Let's see if we can drop something. Yeah, let's plant it right away, and then we can pick up our other stuff. See if I have anything in there. Nothing in there, okay. Well, they have a byproduct that they drop, and I don't see that I've picked up any on this one. That's rare because I usually get at least one item, and I just ruined it, but I have a hoe. I can fix it later. Well, yeah, I've built up this ME system a little bit higher. It used to be a 5 high, 5 by 5. And now it's 8 high by 5 by 5. So I needed the extra CPU power. The patterns are still 13 pages, but I've added more CPU because I needed speed on the project that I was building. This high voltage solar array took forever to build. It took such a long time. I'd say a full day and a half of real time. Of course, I wasn't here waiting for it. I let the pattern of the Mac figure it out and craft it itself, but it took forever because of the rubber tree farm. It was producing right on time as the rubber was being needed, as well as all the iron I had and the copper that some people lent me. Crafted gave me a couple of stacks, so I appreciate that, and I was able to finally get it done. This thing took forever to build. I don't recommend doing it unless you've quarried many times and collected enough rubber. Well, also, this mass fab and recycler have been running, and I've recently shut it off because it was chewing up all of the energy. Even though my MFSU goes up and caps up at 40 million, this mass fab will chew it right down within a few minutes. So what I plan to do for this is to build another high voltage solar panel separate just for these devices, and I'll separate the current going to it so that it doesn't chew up the rest of our processes here, and it'll keep our ME running live. Well, we got a job to do downstairs, but I do want to show you some things that we have. I built an armor stand that I want to show you. A couple of armor stands. And so when we die, and that's bound to happen, we can replace our items on us. If our jetpack gets lost out there and there's no way to retrieve it, we'll have an extra jetpack as well as another armor set that I haven't filled up either. So we'll have 2 spares. And then as you saw previously, we have a Tinker Smeltery and a power array. Now I got some more skulls we can add to our collection, and then we can head down. Now I planted a night vision crystal here so that we can get to work down here. As you can see, I've taken down the skeleton farm because it's gonna be making a lot of noise, and I would like a little bit of quiet, and so we shut it off just temporarily. And then I built this steel tank, and I've colored it purple because we'll be putting biofuel here. This is going to be a biofuel generator. So let's get started. What I'd like to do is route the bones from there to our system here, and I think the best way to do it is not by tesseract. I don't want to create so many channels. What I'd like to do is just some hard wiring. I'm going to be planting some conduit, some piping under the ground, and we'll have a catwalk under here. So the floor, if we do a floor at some future below this floor, it'll be a spacing of about 4 or 5 blocks just to have the conduit underneath. The way I'm going to do it is to a little bit of a doohickey, because diamond transport pipes, which I would like to use, does not work with item ducts too well. So I'm going to keep the diamond pipes and the void pipe and just route the bones to the chest in black. That's good. And then from there we'll use item duct. Do I have any? Yes, I do. Okay, great. Now let's make our way under here, and then we can route our way back into maybe this wall here, so that we can work our way back into the steel tank. Now I'll have to mark off how far to go. I think it'd be better for me to do it right now. This way I know where to stop and I won't dig more than I need to. So what I'd like to do is go into this wall and probably go to the side of the machines that I'll be planting here. You know what? We can go inside this wall. Again, this will be under the catwalk, so it won't be shown. It won't be revealed. It'll be easy on the eyes. Cover this up to here and then bring this out this way. And then straight up. Let's see if we can go here and here. Yeah, it's working its way up. Okay, very good. I'll go up 1 higher. Yeah, I think that'll do. Okay, so the first machine that I'd like to use is a sag mill by Ender.io. Now this is a great machine. I recommend it as a beginner game type of machine because it produces so much output compared to the pulverizer and the macerator. The macerator is faster because you can add overclockers, but if you don't have the overclockers, then this is a better device. The pulverizer is great and is comparative with this, but the output on the sag mill is so much greater than the pulverizer that I do prefer this. I think I'll be going with this next time if I ever restart. So from here, I'm going to take an item duct, and we have some here. I'll just go a couple just to give us some space, easy maintenance in the future, and move this guy out of here. Let's get our, where is it? Yeah, we have it right here. We can put our reactor, which will send the crushed bones here, and this will make the, what's it called now? Biofuel liquid. And that biofuel liquid will feed up into the tank directly. And I'll use this one, some cheap piping. Go straight back. Now I don't like the placing of that valve. I think I'm going to move it a little closer. Let's get it, we can go a little bit away. How about right there? Now, I do have so much clutter here. There we go. And I still have piping here. Okay, that's good. And by the time I finish this project, those bones should be despawned, so it won't matter. Alright, so we're feeding into the tank, and I want to pull from it, so we need a... I'm not sure if we need a pneumatic, but it doesn't hurt, and they're very cheap to make, so I don't mind using it. We'll set this to always on. So this will pull from whatever goes in here directly into the tank. And then the residue will go down. I'll put the residue here. This will create energy out of the little bit of fuel that it gets. Most of the fuel will go into the tank, but some of it will go down into the generator, which will produce energy. And we got to get energy conduit. Here we go. And we'll feed the energy conduit into a cell, an energy cell. Oh, I did that wrong. Let's get this back and get our cell on the bar. Where is it? Yes. Alright. Now, left is input. Let's clear this, and left is blue. Up is orange. That's output. Always on. And we'll increase this. Doesn't have to be any specific number. It won't overload. But I would like to also feed into a tesseract, which I will put right in front here. And that tesseract will be reserve power. So I think we should get that done, but I don't have a spare tesseract at the moment. The tesseract that I have here is for this machine, the grinder, which I always need running, so I don't want to cut that out. I'll just leave this on. Actually, is this set? Yes, that is set. And as you can see, I've already selected channel 2 to be our bioenergy. And that we'll use for certain items. I'm not sure what we can use it for. Actually, I do know. I remember. I did have plans for this bioenergy, and I'll show you when we get upstairs. Now, we're at 0 power, and this doesn't have any juice. So we're going to have to start it up, but we need our skeletons back in their places. Let's get them to do some work. Just going to slap these guys up here. They'll get started in a minute. Close that up. And nope, don't want that. Let me see if I have any of the granite that fell here before. None. They probably despawned already. No worries. I have more upstairs. But while that's going, let's head upstairs. As you can see, I've installed these elevators. I don't think I talked about them before. And so we are getting some granite. Yes, we have plenty here. And let's get rid of these saplings. Don't need these or these machines. Yep, that should do it. Let's head down. And alright, these guys are about to get started. And what I'd like to do is, you know, I don't remember if I didn't set this up yet. So the bones are still in there, actually. And what I'd like to do is to turn this on to pull out. Just like that. And I think I just dropped a pneumatic. Let's see if this has a pneumatic here. Okay, it does now. And this, I want to go on hover mode. I'll turn this on to always powered, and that's set. And we'll hover back up. And now we can shut this off. Let's check the bones here. Okay, is this set to... Yeah, it's set to go down to bone. And so it's sending the bones downward. There it is. And then it gets sucked into the item duct. The item duct will take it into the sag machine. And I just want to check that nothing else is being influenced. Yeah, it is going correctly. Very good. Now the sag machine will receive the bones in a second. They're still traveling through the pipe. But there's nothing to power the sag machine. So the bones will stay here probably. It'll be here in a second. Let's see. Okay, there it is. Great. Now you see it's not processing anything because it doesn't have any energy to be able to process anything. We need to give it some energy. I could grab that tesseract and give it a spike of energy. That'll get it started. Or I could kickstart this guy and that'll get the juices started, which is a simple way to do it. I think I'll do that. Let me just grab some bone meal. And one more should be enough. This should be more than enough actually. Let me just shift click them in. That's the faster way to do it. And there. Okay, so that'll get these juices flowing, which will in turn get the energy going up. Or actually this is the fluid. So let's see. This will take a second. I do have, okay, yeah, there is biofuel in the tube itself. So it should be dropping it. Oh, you know what? I didn't wire this. I forgot to wire this. Let's see. I do have to shift click it. There we go. Now it's connected. There it is. It's flowing. Great. All right. So let's see if I can click it. The fuel is going up. Now that fuel will feed... okay, we have to wire this device here from the bottom of the tank. Now I'll have to locate where that valve is. There it is, right there. I think I put it way too back. But I'm just going to keep it there. No worries. Let's see. We're about 3 spaces away from there. So do I have enough jetpack to do this, I wonder? Okay, I'm not a great flyer here, but here we go. Let's see if I can get a block up. Use a little bit of logic here. There it is. And we are... Oh, we crashed. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. A little bit of a crash there. But now we are running fine. Let's connect this duct over to here. Not quite like this. I see that there's fluid already in the pipes. So it seems to be working. We just have to get it all the way across there now. So let's see. I'll get some of this cobble. I am stuck. Oh, under here. Okay, so we gotta get back upstairs. Now, how do we get up? How do we get down? We're gonna have to break a hole through here somewhere. Here we go. Very good. Oh, it was over there. Okay, so let's get a little bit more of our night crystal here. And now we need to finish connecting this over to this machine, the generator. But we need more fluid duct. And I only have the clear one. And that's fine. Clear should work with opaque just fine. Let's see if we can... I guess I'll make some space here. This way I can work around it. Alright, so we are going up. Oops. Have my long fall boots. So that will be a help. I need to shift click and then come down and across. Great, now that's working. Now what I need to do is to wrench and to pneumatic this area here. Where's my pneumatic? Here. And now I'll get my hover mode on. and then we'll access it with an empty hand, of course. And power always on. Very good. Now we can work our way upstairs again. But let me cover this stuff up. My OCD. And just a little bit more. When here, you know what it is? When I access the tank, it thinks I'm trying to read from it, so I have to shift click it. But there it is. Now this should be receiving some power. This is producing. Is it sending? No, it can't send. So let's wrench this. Now let's see if it's sending. It's not sending still because it needs a pneumatic. That's an easy way to test it. And now let's access it. Always on. Now it should be pulling, and it is. Sending to here, the reactor. And the reactor is making that liquid. The liquid is going into the tank and filling the tank. The residue from the tank is going down from the valve into the generator, but I don't see any liquid in here yet. It's empty. This might be getting full in just a second. When it gets fluid, it'll create energy, filling, and it is filling our resonant energy. So let's take a look at this. Oh, it is proving to work a lot. Now, you know what it is? I think this is filling downward directly. So it's not even bothering with the tank. Let me just see that the tank is rising. As long as it's rising, that's good. It is rising, okay. See, because I prefer that the tank get full as a priority first before this biofuel generator. Because when this reaches maximum, I don't want that energy to be lost into nowhere. So, I'm wondering why this fluid duct is still empty after so long. Maybe it's because it doesn't have that much fluid. Not sure. But yeah, this is producing just fine. Okay, so in the future, I will connect a tesseract when I make one. I don't want to use that one because it's being used for the skeleton farm. I'll make a tesseract and plant it right there and then feed it for some machines that we're going to have upstairs. Let me show you. Okay, so for this area, I was thinking of putting magic, but I turned back on that idea because I'm going to settle a specific isolated area for magic. So all of these four corners will be machines. So this side will be for Ender IO. And there are some machines that I want to show you that Ender IO makes. They have the energy cell. That's this guy. And I've already charged it up. There is an alloy smelter, which is great because what it is, oops, wrong one. It can smelt 3 items at the same time, so it's very fast. And one more thing, and that is a copy of what we just did downstairs, the sag mill, which is just a pulverizer is all it is. So I'll be connecting these machines on this side, and it uses MJ, this leadstone. I'll be connecting it behind it. And then we'll interface them into the ME system. I'll have that done by next episode. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all later.